Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10 and 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, it's a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. This defense for the Packers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done.
And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. To throw is Fields. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Stuck for a loss by the safety, Eddie Jackson.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 43. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Quinn in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. He'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Yeah, it's a 4-yard loss. Really sets him back now for 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Fields going to take this himself. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on the receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So the interception set it up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend, and Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second down, Montgomery. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his
I pressed the wrong button. The fucking square was wide open.
That's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you know.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the 35 on second down, Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. On the move past the 40, down the left sideline. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On play action, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Jones is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll empty out the backfield. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Fields. His pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Fields. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Play action. It's Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 4-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. Running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Well, if the offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you it's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense.
Rush comes and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it. For the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. The 40, 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Santos now and the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They're in some hot water now. It's 2nd and 21. Rodgers going to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Robert Quinn in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. The crazy sequence here. Huge game that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that. He's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He's got room at the 30. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down. On 1st down, Rodgers. Right side to Watson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan from 10 yards out. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock.
And now the young man has it. It's a fake. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And high fives all around on that sideline. It's a 1st down as they wind up getting 11 on the fake punt. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Fields going to get this to Montgomery. He'll get it inside the 20. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Looking down at the 9. A big play that time on a catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Off play action. Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Fields going to keep it once more. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
On 4th down, Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, and now here's another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a play is
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Rashawn Gary getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Third and long. It's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Equanimeous St. Brown from 4 yards out. And the Bears extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Santos with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Robert Quinn.